They make them, we cover them, you sell them. Welcome to OEM Update, where we talk about everything you need to know about this year's vehicle model lines. My name is Megan Cusack, editor of Motorcycle and Powersports News, and today we're going to be talking about the 2025 Benda Napoleonbob 500. The Napoleonbob 500 is a bobber-style cruiser just coming to the US and boasts a base MSRP of $6,399. So, let's dive deeper into what exactly this bike has to offer. But for that, we're going to go straight to the OEM source.
ZDMS Dealer Management System, the heart of technology in your dealership, and the engine that drives productivity and profitability. Schedule a demo today at zdms.com.
Joining me today to give us an overview of the 2025 Benda Napoleonbob 500 is Luis Rojas, Sales Manager at Keeway America. Luis, thank you so much for jumping on to speak with us today.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me again.
Now, Luis last spoke with us about the 2024 Keeway Vieste 200, so if you haven't already checked out that video, be sure to do so. All right, Luis, this is Benda's debut in North America. Can you give us a bit of an introduction to the brand and what kind of bikes it specializes in?
Sure. Benda is a forward-thinking motorcycle company brand based in Hangzhou, China. They've gained recognition very quickly for their bold designs, great engineering, innovative approach to mid-displacement motorcycles. Internationally, they're kind of known for their muscle cruisers. They're really pushing the boundaries as far as design and aesthetics go. For its North America debut, we're going to be bringing in and really focusing on three models. The Chinchilla 500, Chinchilla 300, and the Napoleonbob 500 that we're talking about. I think really cool motorcycles that are both extremely unique, but also very approachable.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I want to, take a minute here. Chinchilla and Napoleonbob, those are some fun names. Is there a story behind those?
Sure. The creator of Benda has a couple of cats that he's very fond of. And those are cat breeds. So the Chinchilla is a cat breed, Napoleon's a cat breed, and I guess he really wanted to incorporate them into his line. We find it unique and fun, and I hope that the American market finds it the same.
I can guarantee it will, for sure. All right. Now, let's focus on the Napoleonbob 500 then. Can you give us a bit of an introduction to that bike and, specifically which types of customers are going to be looking for it?
Sure. I think that bike is kind of the way we've been describing it or talking about it in-house is it's a fusion of aggression and elegance. It looks mean. It's got a very confident attitude about it. Just looking at it, it looks fast and it looks mean and it looks like it sounds incredible, But I think at the same time, it is still an approachable motorcycle for somebody who's still new to motorcycling. So I think it's going to be something. It's going to be for the guy who wants, or the gal who wants to stand out. Wants to be an individual out there on the road and not have anything like everybody else has. At the same time, it's a pretty casual motorcycle, and it's great performance, but it's nothing that a new rider couldn't hop on and ride as well. Old riders like me, I've been enjoying it. It's just cool.
Awesome. Yeah. Being, unique just really does seem to be what everyone wants nowadays, whether that's through customization or, having that bike that nobody else has. So that's very cool.
As many of you know, taking physical inventory is something you do once, maybe twice a year, and sometimes you avoid it altogether. With large quantities of parts, accessories, chemicals, tires, and various other merchandise throughout your store, it's not a simple task to complete. There is a better solution. A solution that gives you the ability to cycle inventory counts anytime without disruption to your business. That solution? ZDMS RFID Physical Inventory. With RFID tags placed on inventory, you can cycle counts or conduct physical inventory with the RFID handheld scanner by simply pulling the trigger and walking around your dealership. RFID scanners do not require line of sight, so counters don't need to bend down under partitions, climb shelves, or position items to be visually seen to be counted in most cases. Contact your ZDMS representative to learn more about RFID physical inventory and how ZDMS is the only dealer management system in the powersports industry building the technology your dealership needs.
All right, so what are the main features of the Napoleonbob 500? Can you maybe break down a few of the specs for us?
Sure. So it's powered by a 496cc liquid-cooled V-twin. So I think that is one of the biggest specs. V-twins, there's not a large market for V-twin at the moment. There's not a lot of people supporting that segment. So I think getting back into that torquey power delivery that the V-twins offer is really going to be a cool component of that. There are a few other things that are pretty nice about it, right? Belt drive for low maintenance and quiet. It's got a low slung design. It looks cool, but ultimately I think the unique styling of this motorcycle in particular is going to be one of the main selling features or one of the main things that customers are looking for when they're looking at this bike.
All right, awesome. Now, how does the Napoleonbob differ from the Chinchilla, both the 300 and the 500 that Benda is also bringing to North America?
Sure. So I think the Chinchilla 300 is really going to be marketed more towards a guy who's looking, or a gal, who's looking for an urban commuter, something to get around, the city with. It's a little smaller physically and a little less power. The 500 and the 500 Chinchilla and the 500 Napoleonbob share an engine, so performance-wise they're about the same, but really just again the uniqueness of the 500 Napoleonbob is what sets it apart from the Chinchilla. The Chinchilla is more of a very, classy, put your rider on the back, your passenger on the back, and go for a spin. And the Napoleonbob just has a different feel, like you're going to go conquer the world all on your own. So.
Okay, well, now Napoleon also has a new meaning for this bike, so okay. All right. Is there anything you can tell me about potential accessories for these new motorcycles?
Sure. We're working with Benda right now to come up with an OEM offering of just the classic cruiser accessories. Think crash bars, windshields, backrests, luggage racks, things like that to enhance the rider's experience with the brand.
Okay, awesome. And finally, what is Benda / Keeway America doing to help dealers move these new units?
Sure. So we will be offering, some dealer programs and some incentives at AIM and after AIM for dealers to jump on and join in, right, with this movement. We want to get this dealer network built pretty quickly. We're working with print and digital media to get the name out there. We're working on the social media. We'll be out at events all year. We'll be at MotoGP. In March, we'll be at Vintage Days in Mid-Ohio. We'll be at Barber. We're going to do one of the V-Twin rallies. We'll be at the Lone Star Rally in Galveston later in the year. So we'll be doing that grassroots kind of marketing as well. And really, we're doing editorials with a couple of different publications as well. We've got 2 set up at the moment. So really, just looking for every avenue and every outlet to let the U.S. consumers know that this bike is here, and to help dealers really engage their customers.
Well, it's been a pleasure speaking with you, Luis, and thank you so much for taking the time again to talk with us today about the 2025 Benda Napoleonbob 500.
Thank you very much. We're excited to get it out in the market, and we look forward to talking again soon.
For more information about their bikes or to become a Benda dealer, head to KeewayAmerica.com. And as always, stay tuned to MPN for more of the latest and greatest in motorcycle and powersports news.